Jay, you've got a guy here, Anthony Nair, who took 2 snaps or 3 snaps at USC in 4 years. How did you guys find him, and what did you see out of him so far?
Well, you know, he's come in here and you know, those guys have to, you know, a lot of information thrown at them, and it's different terminology that mean totally different things than what they're used to, and he's done a good job. How we found him, you know, our scouts out there, you know, they saw him, I think, at the pro day and saw him, he threw the ball very well, and we took a flyer on him, and he's come in here and done some good things.
Hey, Jay, a lot was made on draft night of how you guys took Brandon when Leonard Williams was still on the board. Do you think that Brandon will play with even bigger chip on his shoulder because there was all that talk about, hey, you know, the Redskins passed on one guy for another?
Yeah, well, I think the one thing that you like about Brandon is he doesn't need a chip to play hard. You know, he's going to play hard no matter what. So there's no really added motivation that you have to give him on a week-to-week basis, on a play-to-play basis, on a day-to-day basis. Out here in rookie minicamp, he's out here trying his butt off and trying to finish plays and listen and pay attention and translating what he learns to the field. So, you know, where you draft a guy, who you draft him in front of, none of that matters at this point. All that matters is they're on our team, and we got to coach them up, and they got to do their work to get themselves ready for week 1.
Jay, was there a Evan Spencer injury, or was he limited today?
Yeah, he had a slight hamstring.
Kept out as a precaution. Yeah. And then wanted to know the kind of the benefit to the practice squad guys coming back here who were on the team last year. What does this week do for them? They're a little more advanced, obviously. But what do you think they get out of?
Well, it's important for us to see, you know, when you're on a practice squad throughout the year, you're mainly servicing the other side of the ball, and you're really not getting a chance to show what you can do other than here's a card, take this gap, or play this coverage if you're a DB, or run this route if you're the tight end. Now it's a chance to use our terminology, our fundamentals, our scheme, and see how they adapt and how they play. And some of them done a good job. Both our tight ends, Ham and Dixon, have done some good things, and Robert Thomas did some good things today. So it's good to see them, see how they've progressed with what they've done in the weight room, what they learned, you know, in the classroom, to what they're doing now.
Hey Jay, how's it going? 4 of your first 5 picks out there, Scherff, Kwanjo, Smith, and Jones, happen to be 4 of the biggest guys out there for their position. And Scott had talked about in the past, you know, wanting to draft more size. It's a big man's game. Looking out there, have you ever seen a draft class quite this big? And does it kind of feel like mission accomplished on the size front?
Well, yeah, if you want to get big, I mean, we got the big thing taken care of. Now we just got to make sure they can play, you know. So, you know, size is great, man. You like to have big people, man, because like Scott says, it is a big man's game, but Crowder might have something to say about that. You know, there are some guys that are effective at different sizes, but, you know, we like the guys. Mainly the thing that we liked about our guys is their mental makeup. How much they like to prepare, how much they like football. You know, that's important. It's you think that's easy to say that everybody would, but it's not always the case. You know, there's different agendas amongst different people, but you can tell that the guys that we drafted, their #1 focal point is to be successful football players for this franchise. So that's exciting to see, and size does help.
What's going on, Jay? You know, you take Brandon with the #5 pick. And a lot of times teams don't want to promise rookies anything, but is the goal from day one for him to be, you know, starting right tackle as far as the first preseason game?
That's the intent right now. But I think with Brandon, that he's a good football player, #1. He's a good offensive lineman. We'll find a spot for him. But obviously, we start him out at right tackle. But, you know, Morgan Moses is going to have something to say. Tom Compton's going to have something to say about that. You got Spencer Long inside. But I think with the type of player that he is, the way he takes coaching, the size, the power that he has, we'll find a spot for him, and he'll be a heck of a player for us. But I think right tackle is the initial spot.